to target.
Hello Internet world, how's everyone doing today? Alright, so this is my 1 month review with the Roborock S7 and its self-emptying bin. Now, I technically had the Roborock S7 for about 6 months now, just as a standalone unit, and it's been my daily driver. Okay, so in this video I'm going to talk about why the Roborock S7 is considered one of the best vacuums out there. The cleaning performance is top notch, the navigation is top notch, and also the application works really well after my 6 months of using this guy. Now, it is going to cost you a pretty penny. I believe the robot itself is $649 and the self-emptying bin is $299. Now, Roborock just released the S7 Plus, which means it comes with the self-emptying bin as a combination. One thing to note is the Roborock S7 doesn't have any front-facing technology like a front-facing camera or a laser system to detect objects that is in front of the robot vacuum. Now, this isn't a huge deal since the robot vacuum tends to just kind of go around the objects if it can feel around with its bumper, but lighter objects like this paddle strip, it kind of pushes it around, which doesn't cause any damage, and it allows it to clean effectively underneath the object. So I tested this with the S6 Max V, and while it's nice to have a front-facing camera and some additional party tricks which I'll show in this video, I still prefer the S7 over the S6 Max V. I'll explain in this video why I choose the S7 over basically every other vacuum I tested on this channel. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this video, and if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button. Really just help out my video. Alright, so I'm going to tell you why the S7 is one of the best vacuums out there. I personally tested over 60 different models today, and I think the Roborock S7 is beating out the competition, and here's some of the reasons why. So in front of me I have the Z10 Pro, I also have the iRobot i3, and they're both considered very good self-emptying bin vacuums, but the S7 has a couple things up its sleeves. For starters, it has this canister. Yep, it's removable, and if you watch my previous videos, you can directly get a bagless system which uses a cyclone technology, which you could buy overseas. I did check like AliExpress, Alibaba, and they do sell them periodically, so keep an eye out for that. I believe it's like $100 for the canister. Now, the Roborock S7 also has a vibrating mopping system called the Viberize. Vibrates up to, I think, 3,000 times a minute or something. Very, very fast, and it's ultrasonic, so it should do very well with the stubborn dirt and grime. And in my testings, I think it was one of the best mopping robots out there. Now, next is the design. Roborock decided to go a little bit different route. Instead of having a small extractor port, it did a very large extractor port, which is underneath the extractor bar. So that's why Roborock had to go with the all rubber bar design, not the bristle design, which they usually go with. Now, I really like this all silicone design, which is found on the iRobot as well. The reason for that is there's less resistance on the carpet, so it's less likely to stop if there's like a lot of resistance on like high profile carpet, and I have not noticed the extractor bar stopping, which I've noticed on previous Roborock models. Next, the Roborock also has a child mode. Yeah, that's something I have not seen on a Roborock vacuum. So if you hold down the spot function, I believe for about 3 seconds, it will prevent the Roborock vacuum from accidentally starting if your cat, your kid, your loved one wanted to have some fun with the Roborock vacuum. Alright, so another nice thing is the software. Roborock software is probably one of the best out there. It's very easy to use. There's a lot of great features out there. I could probably spend days just going over all the features, but some of the features is like the area select. You got room select. You can do a pin to go, which allows the Roborock vacuum to go to a certain spot. You have keep out zones. You have multi-mapping, which Roborock did overhaul the design, so it's a lot easier to save multiple maps. Now you can choose what maps to save. You don't have to vacuum thinking, oh, this map should be saved, that one should be deleted, and vice versa, which was very frustrating for a lot of users. Alright, so next, let's talk about the Z10 Pro. Now, the Roborock S7 doesn't have the fancy 3D sensor that the Z10 Pro has, but Roborock does have the S6 Max V, which has a camera-based system. But personally, during my testings, I find that these systems can be a hindrance, especially if you want a deeper clean around objects. They tend to leave a little bit more of a space, but they're great for like delicate objects like guitar stands, water bowls, maybe small children. It's great that they don't accidentally hit those. Now, if you take a look at the i3 system or any of the iRobot system, you may not notice right off the bat any of the unique differences, but one unique system or difference is there's a sensor inside the bin, so it does know if there's a clog, so it will actually try to empty itself multiple times. Also, the robot itself has a dirt detection sensor. If you get a higher end model, Now, one thing to know is iRobot doesn't currently sell a robot vacuum that can mop as well. So if you've already spent like $749 for the i7, now you have to spend another $499 for the Jet M6. It definitely gets quite pricey. It'd be nice just to have an all-in-one unit. Okay, so here's the Roborock S6 Max V. You may notice this weird cleaning pattern. Now, I think it's the camera system's kind of tripping, thinking it's an object, and that's something I've noticed, like phantom objects with these reactive AI systems show shadows. Shiny objects can trip up these front-facing technologies. So despite the Roborock S7 not having the fancy front-facing camera or laser system, still does very good recognizing larger objects. As long as the object is above the LiDAR sensor, it's able to detect it. Now, one thing to note is like dark objects or reflective objects, the laser system will fail to detect and it will just gently bump into that object to kind of feel its way around. So I originally had the Roborock S5, which was my daily driver. Then I upgraded to the S5 Max since it had the electronically controlled mopping system. And now finally, the Roborock S7 replaced those two models. So the reason why the Roborock S7 is my go-to driver, besides the excellent navigation, is also the cleaning performance is top-notch. So this particular model has 2500 pascals of suction, also has 180 minutes of runtime, so it could cover a very large area. Now, one thing that these robot vacuums struggle with is tile with some powder on it, as he knows that the robot vacuum is able to get very close to the ground, so it's able to suck the powder from the grout lines or the cracks of these tiles. Okay, so let's go and give you my final thoughts and we'll wrap up this video. So, if you have the money, yes, the Roborock S7 is one of the best robot vacuums out there that I personally tested, but I know $949 is pretty expensive. So there's a lot of great options out there for less than $500. For example, you can get the S5 Max for about $430, or if you want to go cheaper, take a look at like the S8 Pro or the Lydsto R1. They come with a self-emptying bin and also mopping capabilities for about $300. It's kind of mind-blowing, but keep in mind, they're fairly new companies. Accessories might not be readily available, so that's just something you may have to take, and build quality might not be up there. But I did test those robot vacuums, and in my testing, they did a pretty good job, especially for the $300 price point. Okay, so before we click off of here, I just want to show you a few things before we go. During my month of use, I've noticed that the self-emptying bin did a good job cleaning out the dustbin. Now, if it does get dirty, you can just wash out the dustbin. Both the dustbin and filter are washable. So I've been using this guy for about 6 months now. I really don't clean out the extractor bar just so I can see how much hair is wrapped around. You may notice that there's not really any hair wrapped around the actual extractor bar, but as I twist the ends here, so here's where all the hair gets wrapped around, is on the ends here. It's fairly easy to remove. So if you don't want to touch the hair, I do recommend like a long tool, maybe like a flathead or something, and just kind of pull the hair out. Now, you can wash this extractor bar just with some soap and water and let it air dry for about 24 hours. So hope you like this video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll have more vacuums down the pipeline. I think I have like the Z10 Pro I have to review. Also, I have like the Viomi V3 Max and some other robots. Can't remember that off the top of my head, but thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. See you later.